Huh? What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 2001 movie, Spy Kids. So, this movie, Carmen and Junie think their parents are boring. Little do they know that in their day, Gregorio and Ingrid Cortez were the top secret agents from their respective countries, and they gave up that life to raise their children. Now the disappearances of several of their old colleagues forces the Cortez to return from retirement, and what they didn't count on was Carmen and Junie joining the family business when they have to save their parents after they've been kidnapped. I really like this movie quite a bit. This has been one of my favorite movies ever since I was a kid. I was 9 years old when this came out, so I was like perfect age for Spy Kids and everything. It instantly became an instant favorite movie of mine and everything. And then the two sequels came out and it became one of my favorite franchises and everything. I absolutely love the Spy Kids movies, and this one is really great. I don't actually agree with a lot of people that this is the best one, though, and everything, but I do like this one quite a bit. I think the relationship between Carmen and Junie is really well written and pretty relatable to anybody who's had to deal with an older sibling or a younger sibling knows what it's like and everything. And I thought it was kind of a realistic portrayal and everything. Like they don't get along and stuff, but they have each other's backs and stuff when they have to, and it's just a well representation of siblings and everything. It's written really well and everything, and at first they don't get along, but they learn how to get along with each other by the end of the movie and everything. And it does kind of have some cliches, stuff that you kind of know where it's going to go. It's a little bit predictable, but it's still a really fun time, and Robert Rodriguez does a really great job directing this movie. He's a pretty cheap director. He likes keeping stuff on small budgets as he can and everything. He's really good about that. And this movie does have some CGI that looked really funky back then and everything, and it's aged really bad now. A lot of it looks like stuff from a PS2 game, especially the Thumbs and stuff. As a kid, I used to think they looked so cool and everything, but I also was like, there's something really off about these Thumbs. There's something really weird about them and everything, but at the time I didn't realize what CGI was. But I've always thought the effects in Spy Kids were a little hokey and everything, but it also adds to the charm and everything of the movie too. And Alan Cumming as Floop is just perfect casting, which everybody in here is perfect casting, but he's one of my favorite parts of this movie. He goes from being kind of the villain of the movie to redeeming himself and becoming a hero at the end of it. And I love a good redemption arc, and this was one of the first ones that I remember ever watching where the bad guy actually becomes the good guy. I love that too. And like I said, with the rest of the cast, they're all great. Alexa Vega and Daryl Sabara are great as Carmen and Junie. And like I said, they have great chemistry together. And it's really believable that they're brother and sister just watching this movie. And Carla Gugino, I think is her name, and Antonio Banderas are both really great as their parents and stuff. They're just really good in here. I wish we would have got more of them, which we do in the sequel and everything, but they're a lot of fun. And then you got Uncle Machete, played by Danny Trejo. He's absolutely perfect in here. He's not got a lot of scenes and stuff, but when he is on screen, he's great. And even Cheech has a small role in here as Uncle Felix, which is the character that I got to know Cheech Martin by and everything. In fact, I used to drive my mom crazy and stuff when we would watch video game shows, or not video games, but game shows on TV. Cheech was on them sometimes, and I would say, "Hey, it's Uncle Felix," and she's like, "Why are you calling him that? He's not your uncle," and everything. But I would never tell her why, that it was because of Spy Kids, just because I always liked annoying her and stuff. But I have a lot of nostalgia for this movie, but it's still a lot of fun and everything. And And I was surprised that I enjoyed it as much now as an adult as I did as a kid, because I hadn't seen it in a good 10 years or so and everything. Last time I watched it, I still enjoyed it, but not as much as I was hoping I would. But this time I enjoyed it as much as I did as a kid, and it was a really fun throwback to my childhood, rewatching it and everything, and just so many fun moments and stuff. And I love how realistic and relatable the relationship between Carmen and Junie are and stuff. As a kid, I always related to Carmen because I was the older sibling and everything, and I think I could say that my brother related to Junie more. He used to say that Junie was his favorite character because of that and everything. Plus, I love Carmen's sarcasticness and all of her little witty jokes and stuff that she says in the movie. It's a lot of fun. A lot of the lines that she used against her brother in the movie, I used against my own brother in real life and everything. And sometimes I'd get in trouble for it. And, I know this movie's corny and stuff, but I don't care. I absolutely love it. And it's a really fun movie from my childhood that holds up really well for the most part. Like I said, some of the CGI doesn't, but it kind of adds to the charm of these movies too. They aren't really meant to be anything super special or anything. They're just fun family movies, and they're also good movies with the messages of family too. Like it's crazy. 2000 year was the year of family, I guess, because the Fast and the Furious franchise started that year too, and this movie, and one of the central themes of the entire Spy Kids trilogy, and I think the fourth movie, I've only seen the fourth one once, is family and everything. So it's like 2001 was the year of family, but yeah, this movie is great. So I'd say I'd give Spy Kids an 8.5 out of 10. I really enjoy this movie a lot, and it's a really fun time. It's corny at times and stuff, but that also adds to the charm. And like I said, it has some fun performances and lovable characters. It's just a good time. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of Spy Kids, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.